Hello, you beautiful, beautiful people. I am Peyton Royce, and you're about to watch the handsome Christian, aka Unstable 1047. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to become iconic.
Go to WrestlingFigureShop.com for all your WWE and AEW action figure needs and use discount code UNSTABLE at checkout to save yourself 10%. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, you beautiful, beautiful people. Welcome back to another video. I hope you all are having a fantastic day. If you could please go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, I would really appreciate it. I've got a very exciting video for you guys today. We are going to be starting a brand new series on this channel. And ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? You could obviously already see by the title, by the thumbnail, but we are going to be starting Mattel versus Jakks, or Jakks versus Mattel. We'll probably go ahead and make it Jakks versus Mattel because obviously Jakks came before Mattel for the WWE action figures, and that's what this series is all going to be about. But first, before we actually get into all the details, I want to go ahead and give a shout out to my boy Anonymous_figure collector. This video was actually his idea, or I should say this series was actually his idea. So go ahead. You all know Anonymous by now. If you don't, you must be brand new. So go ahead, head over to Instagram. While you're there, follow him, Anonymous_figure collector. And while you're over there, if you aren't following me, please go ahead and do so. Unstable 1047. It is much appreciated. But this actually was an idea of mine many months ago. It came into my head. It was just a thought. And as fast as I thought about it, that's as fast as it went away. And then, I was talking to Anonymous. This was actually his idea. I want to say a few weeks ago, possibly even a month or two ago. But he always gives me video ideas, as you guys already know. I'm always giving him shout outs in the videos whenever he gives me a video idea. Thanks to him, because if it wasn't for him, I would have so many less videos on the channel. It's not even funny, ladies and gentlemen. But he actually gave me a few actually really good ideas for this series. When he said it, I was only thinking about doing one thing for this series, making a few episodes and that's it. But he actually gave me some really, really good ideas, and we're going to be doing one of the ideas in today's video. But basically what it's going to be, of course, Jakks versus Mattel. It's going to be the WWE action figures. Of course, that's what it's all about. It's going to be the accessories. It is going to be the play sets. It's just going to be a whole bunch of things. We're going to obviously be comparing Jakks versus Mattel. We're going to be talking about who did it better, who did it worse. And now I should say, this is all my opinions, ladies and gentlemen. So this is no one else's but mine, and that's where the beautiful people come in. That's why I think this is a very good series, because this is where everyone in the comments, all the watchers, could go ahead, leave their comment, and let me know what they think. Let me know who they think did a better job and all that good stuff. Now, we have a very good first episode for you guys today, and I'm actually very upset because I did this before, and thank God I went to go re-watch it. I never normally do that, but if I didn't, we would have had a screwed up video when this was uploaded, because all the sound was completely screwed up. So thank God I rewatched it. Hopefully we have no trouble with the sound this time. But I don't want to waste any more time, because it was a long video the first time I shot this. So I want to go ahead and make this a quicker episode than last time, if that's possible, because there's a lot to go over. But like I said, guys, this is fun for all of us involved. I want everyone who is watching to get involved. So make sure as we go along in this video to leave your comments on everything we talk about. It is much appreciated, and make sure you hit that thumbs up button. It helps out the channel more than you guys know. So let's not waste any more time, and let's get straight into today's video. First up on the list, of course, ladies and gentlemen, we are going over my favorite tag team of all time. We are going over the Hardy Boys, ladies and gentlemen. And for this episode, we are going to be going over Jakks and Mattel, the same attires that they both did. So that's only fair. We're not going to do different attires, different Hardy Boys for Jakks and Mattel. We're going to try for some of the episodes to make it the same exact attires and compare and talk about who did better. Now, you could obviously see the mint on card image and the loose image, but I want to point something out. The loose image is on the right. You could obviously see a difference in it. In the final product on the left, of course, you could see the detail in the belt is not in the loose images, but in the final product, you could obviously see here's the final product. You could see the belt. And then, of course, in the loose images, you could see they're just plain black. And then, of course, we got more loose images right here. Thank you to the person on eBay who actually has this up. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be able to show this in all its beauty. So huge shout out to you. But for the Jakks, it came with a ladder. It came with the tag titles. And as you can see, as we zoom in, you know, we got the Matt Hardy with the wet hair in his face. Of course, that's typical Hardy Boys, Matt Hardy. Of course, these are the Brood. Of course, we got the Screaming Jeff Hardy scan. Or would you call that a laughing head scan? Probably more of a screaming head scan. But of course, there is two different things different about Jakks versus Mattel, and that is the Jeff hair color, which we will obviously know. And then, of course, we're not going to be discussing like the part choices and all that, because we all know that Jakks parts were mostly 90% of the time gigantic for what it should be. We're mainly going to be focusing on, you know, the attire detail, the faces, and things of that nature. So we're not going to go too harsh, because obviously Mattel would win 100% of the time. And we got to let Jakks win some of the times. And personally, for me, I still prefer Jakks to this day. Please don't kill me in the comment section below. It's just what I grew up with, and I guess you could say I have a bias towards them. But of course, you know, the shirts, we got the red, the black. You know, for the Jeff, we got the arm sleeves painted on. Of course, you know, we got the white on the shoes. You know, pretty much, you know, gray head scans. You know, that's one thing that Jakks did well. You know, not on all of them. For a lot of them, they did a really good job. And Mattel still lacks that. But don't get me wrong, guys. Jakks had bad head scans and they had good head scans. Mattel has bad head scans and they have good head scans too. So really, it's not something they could always perfect, and that is very understandable. But for me, I absolutely love these. I think this is one of the greatest 2-packs from Jakks of all times, and it just has a special place in my heart. But very, very well done, Jakks. Of course, not the titles because they aren't obviously colored in. But now, can you work for me? Thank you. And now onto the Mattel version, ladies and gentlemen. And basically, you could see it is night and day with these figures right here, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, it's all going to be the same, you know, mint on card, loose images right here. But as you can see, we got, of course, the typical Matt head scan with the hair in his face, the warder, just like Jakks. And then, of course, I was talking about the different hair color on Jeff, as you could obviously see. Now, I was never a big fan of this Mattel Jeff head scan. I believe they used it twice in this 2-pack, and, of course, another battle pack with Edge. And I'm not saying it's bad, but it's not my favorite. And then, of course, we see the tag titles. And then, of course, they both come with necklaces, which is awesome. Again, with the arm sleeves painted on both of them. And then, they, like I said, they come with the necklaces and the removable shirt. So that is definitely a plus from Mattel. You know, Jakks was just painted on, of course. And then I want, like I said, you could remove the shirts, obviously. And this is what they look like underneath. And then, of course, the belts on the Mattel has more detail in it than the Jakks actually do. So for that reason, for all the reasons we listed, we're gonna have to go with, for this round, it obviously is Mattel is the winners from Jakks. But don't get me wrong, neither of these packs are bad. I love them both, especially that Jakks pack, one of my favorites of all time. But for this round, Mattel definitely did better. Next up on the list, we have Dude Love, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this one from Mattel, the one, of course, after the Jakks one, that one was quite the story. You know, we were waiting for it for so long. There was always a problem with the shirt, and it was just crazy. It was a lot going on, a long time to try and get that Dude Love. But here's of course, the Jakks version. Of course, the detail is missing from the headband, of course, the headband on this one. The Dude Love shirt on the Jakks is, I guess you can say, more accurate, even though it isn't, which I will get into and explain. And then, of course, you know, you got the pants and the boots, which are obviously correct. You know, you got the armbands on. But like I was saying, the shirt, definitely more accurate, but not really. And then, of course, the headband, they added it, but the detail is not there. So that is going to have to lose points on the Jakks end. Now, onto the Mattel version, you know, the lowers and boots, just like the Jakks. You see the headband, which obviously has the detail. It also comes with the sunglasses. And then when you get to the shirt, ladies and gentlemen, you could obviously see that only about 70% of the front is, or we'll go to 80% of the front is actually not fully on. They like cut that out, but they did go ahead and add the cuts on the bottom of the shirts, which of course is more accurate. And even on the one arm, you could obviously see they did the wrist tape, and even on the few fingers they added that. So again, Jakks, I personally prefer their shirt better, even though it's not 100% accurate. They actually did the whole shirt. But Mattel, you obviously have more detail in the shirt, but again, it's not the whole shirt like it should be. So you're gonna have to lose points for that one right there. Even though, Jakks, I like their shirt better. The lowers and boots are same on both figures, but something I noticed. Now, I know Dude Love didn't wear it always, but he did on a lot of occasions. For both of them, he is missing the black knee pad, so that is gonna lose points for both of them. But technically, Mattel did do more. For example, they added the glasses, the hand, the wrist tape, the headband, the shirt. Even though I like the Jakks ones better, Mattel did go ahead and add the cuts on the bottoms. We're going to have to go ahead and give this win to Mattel. So Mattel, you win Dude Love as well. So far 2-0. Next up on the list, we have a John Cena. And let me get this straight right now. Let me get this straight. I didn't want to say that. Let's talk about this one right here. The John Cena, as you can see, there is two things different on both of these figures. Now, you guys are going to have to let me know down in the comment section below, because I know Jakks does this a lot, did it a lot, and I know Mattel does it a lot. I'm 90% sure they re-released this figure, because you could see the differences on both pictures, obviously. And that would be the shoes, of course. In the mint-on card image, they're all black, but in the right loose image, the shoes are completely different, as you can see. Not completely different, but different colors, I mean. So that is a major difference with the shoe color. Maybe they did re-release it just with different shoes. You guys let me know. Or maybe the final product, they just added black shoes, because I know Jakks would do that a lot. They would show a figure with something, and then when we would see the final image, it wouldn't come with it. They did that a lot. But this figure actually looks really good to me. It's coming with the hat. You got the little decal on the bottom of the jeans. The shirt is looking great. The wrist tape is amazing. And that head scan, I'm a huge fan of the head scan. I think it's great. Even though the hat isn't 100% accurate, it's just a plain black hat, they still took the time to add the hat, which is very, very nice. But overall, I think this figure looks absolutely beautiful. And like I said, guys, I'm really digging that head scan. I think it looks amazing. Now on to the Mattel version of this attire. Only thing different really is the wrist tape, as you can see. And of course, obviously, the head scan, it's not a screaming head scan like that, but basically it's the same thing, just different wrist tape, and of course a different head. But personally, for me, I'm actually more of a fan of the Jakks version. Of course, I'm not. This figure does look like John Cena, but Mattel used this head scan so many freaking times. It's just now one of my favorites. And to me, go back to the Jakks. You got the screaming head scan. You got the hat. You got the decal on the jeans. It just looks like a really, really authentic, good John Cena figure. And then when you get to I'm not saying the Mattel one is bad, but personally, I prefer the look of the Jakks one. So for this round, we're going to have to go with Jakks on being the winner. Next up on the list, we have the Rated R Superstar Edge, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this one might cause a little controversy in the comment section below, because Mattel did come out with the same attire, Edge, but it was a basic. Now, technically, the classic Superstars were basics, but they did add accessories, as we all know, and as you can see. But, what was I saying? They did add accessories. What was I even talking about? Oh my God, it was just in my head. Ignore everything I said. But it might be a little controversial, because there is more stuff with this one. But we'll talk about it, because there is some reasons I like the Jakks better than Mattel, even if we're not going to discuss the jacket and all of that. But we'll talk about it. But on the Jakks, as you can see, it's coming with the jacket, coming with the belt, same attire as the basic. Now, on to the head scan. The head scan, it's not the greatest Jakks edge head scan that they came out with. Personally, for me, Mattel to this day still cannot make an edge head scan. We're gonna have to wait and see the final product of the Ultimate Edition. Hopefully it looks pretty decent. My fingers are crossed on that. But to me, so far to this day, as I'm recording this video, Mattel still cannot make an edge head scan. Now Jakks, it didn't look 100% like edge, especially this one. Like I said, it's not the best edge head scan from Jakks, but they did make some pretty good ones of edge. And to me, the head scan on the Jakks looks a lot better than the version on the Mattel one. And of course, this one comes with the jacket. Of course, it's not 100% accurate, but again, we got the jacket with this figure, and it's not no rubber. You could actually move this figure around, pose it and all that, so that is good. And you know, we got edge figures from Mattel, but they're always rubber jackets, so of course you can't move the figure. They just got to be in one pose, so that is super annoying. But with this figure, Jakks did this a lot. We got a lot of accessories like this, especially the ring attire, where it was this material and where you could actually move the figures. Of course, they use the rubber every once in a while, but they use this material more than anything, and I do appreciate that. But yeah, for this one, I do personally like the jacket and the head scan. And now onto the Mattel version. Of course, it's just a basic, so you know you're not gonna get nothing fancy like the jacket and things like that. You know, every once in a while they'll throw in a little tiny accessory with the basics, but it's a rare occasion. But yeah, here is the edge basic right here. Of course, we all see the same attire, but it's for me, guys. No jacket again. I know this is going to be a little problematic in the comment section below, but I mean, just the head scan alone, I think we all could agree that this head scan does not look like edge whatsoever. Like I said, I don't know who that is in the picture. That is not my edge. I refuse to believe it. I refuse to accept it. I don't know what Mattel is doing. I don't know what the problem is with making edge heads. But yeah, you got to work on it, Mattel. You really got to work on it, because I don't know what's going on in the 3D printers, but please fix it, because you're not making edges. You're making some random guy named Bob or something. But yeah, as you can see, same attire. Head scan's atrocious. I don't like it. And obviously you could see night and day with the Jakks. Like I said, it's not the best head scan from Jakks, but to me it looks a lot more accurate than the Mattel version. So for this one, Jakks is going to take the victory. Next up on the list, we have Rey Mysterio, ladies and gentlemen. Now, on this attire for Jakks and Mattel, I gotta say they both did a phenomenal job. Both absolutely amazing. I'm like at a loss for words with how good both of them did. Even back then, you know, it's kind of sucks for Jakks, because you know Jakks was way before Mattel. You know, years before these figures came out, and Mattel kind of had an advantage. You know, they're in present day, so they could obviously make them a lot better. But like I said, guys, Jakks still has some advantages over in the Mattel, so that's why I like this series, because some things Jakks did better than Mattel, and that's what this series is all going to be about. It's not going to be every video, oh, Mattel wins every single round, because that's not going to be the case. I can almost guarantee that. But for this version, I apologize, because this one is actually blurry. I spent like an hour trying to find clear images of mid on card and loose images. I could not for the life of me find clear images, so this is what we're going to have to work with. I do apologize, but Jakks, you did an amazing job. You know, again, you're using that actual real material, no stupid stuff to make it look like something. You actually use the material, you have the detail in it, and I respect the amount of work you put into that. I think it's absolutely amazing, and even out of the World Heavyweight Champion, so that brings it up a notch. But yeah, absolutely insane the amount of detail they made onto this figure. Beautiful. And then when you get onto the Mattel version, ladies and gentlemen, pretty much, I think we could all agree right now, this obviously beat Jakks by miles. I mean, not saying the Jakks one is bad at all. I just think this one is way more accurate. And obviously, you could see just in the headpiece alone, that is just amazing. And then, of course, you know, the thing around his neck, around the waist, it just, the amount of detail they put into this is just unbelievable. And I have a request, Mattel, please go ahead and re-release this figure, possibly in the Ultimate Edition line. I just want to get this figure again so I could actually own this attire. But if you don't, I'm most likely gonna have to go ahead and scoop one of these up off eBay or something. I'm not sure of the price because I didn't look for prices, but I want to have this in my collection because these are just absolutely insane and beautiful. And it's crazy that this is a basic and you still put that much work into the ring attire. Just bravo to Mattel. It was just absolutely beautiful, and I'm just at a loss for words again because this is just amazing, and I have to get my hands on this because, like I said, it is beautiful. I don't care if I have anyone else in this. I have the entrance greats, all the entrance greats when they return the line, but I don't have any from when the first time around Mattel did the entrance greats. So I will find this one way or another. I need this in my collection, guys. But obviously for this round, Mattel did win. But that goes it for this episode, guys. Let me know what you think. Again, I hope you've been commenting throughout the video, letting me know your thoughts, your opinions. Let me know if I was wrong. Let me know if you disagree. Let me know if you agree. Let me know all that good stuff down in the comment section below. But most importantly, let me know if you want this series to continue. And of course, guys, give me some ideas of, you know, Mattel and Jakks same attires that they did, and maybe those figures you pick will be in a future video, guys. So I appreciate all the support you guys show me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. It was really fun making this. It took a while to actually find a lot of this stuff and actually make this video happen. We had some obstacles along the way, but you know what? We got this video. It is coming out, and I'm excited to see what you guys think. So if you enjoyed this video, if you could please go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. If you are a new viewer, please subscribe for more. I love each and every one of you, and I will see you guys next time.